It's going to be Portugal who'll get us underway in their red strip, playing from right to left. So this match set up absolutely beautifully. And the added point of interest is that these two teams won't know each other very well at all. They'll have been doing a lot of reconnaissance over the previous 2 days, watching the matches that they've been playing. Egypt have never actually taken part in a FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup finals. The only one of the 8 teams taking part here in Dubai this week that hasn't been at beach soccer's top table. So there would have been no opportunity for these two sides to meet in that tournament. Bruno Torres, his pass is cut out. And it's a goal, yes, what a strike that is. Hassan Mohamed. Bruno Torres' pass was cut out. And Hassan Mohamed with a very clever finish indeed, with the outside of his right foot. So Egypt draw first blood. Set up by El Hosseini, who won the ball initially. Nice little flick from him, and then the improvised finish. A very good finish indeed. It has to be a good finish to beat a goalkeeper of Ellington Andrade's quality. But beat him he did at the near post. So still inside the first minute, and Egypt hit the front, 1-0. Jordan Santos off the line. Mustafa Ali in the right place at the right time for Egypt. Jordan Santos already on the goal trail here. 4 goals in the opening encounter against the UAE, and so close to making it number 5 for the tournament for him. Oh, and that was well cut out by Haitham Mohamed. Read that very well. Bernardo Martins, ball juggling from him. Jordan Santos on the near side. Jordan Santos, yes! Well, he had one effort, just cleared off the line, but it's second time lucky for him now. Mario Narciso, thumbs up for him. And the Egyptian fans, a little bit quieter now. The Portugal fans are the ones making the noise. Delightful ball from Bernardo Martins to set up Jordan Santos. So Santos now level with Rodrigo, the Brazilian, in terms of tournament top scorers. 5 apiece for them from the restart. Hassan Mohamed gets the shot in, saved by Andrade. Oh, it's off the post! Bernardo Martins with a shot. Mohamed Kadri starting off in goal for Egypt today in place of Abdelaziz Saba, and he was a very relieved man to see that come back off of the upright. Interesting decision that by Ahmed Mohamed, Abdul Razak Mohamed, to start with Mohamed Kadri after Abdelaziz Saba had started the previous 2 games. Bernardo Martins, yes! Straight away, he's made his presence felt. He was absent yesterday because of suspension, and he set up Portugal's first goal, and he scored their second. So it's many happy returns for Bernardo Martins. Just cutting inside and through an absolute forest of players. There was no chance for Kadri there. He would have seen it very late, if at all. Firecracker of a start to this match. 3 goals within the first 2 and a bit minutes. Both teams know the importance of this game. It doesn't need to be stated to them. The winner goes through to the semi-final, and the loser doesn't. We know the identity of the other 3 semi-finalists: Brazil, Russia, and Iran. But what we don't know is who's playing who yet. Russia and Iran will go head-to-head later to decide who tops their group and who finishes second. Jordan Santos, that's good work from him. Shots off target though. Things boiling up very nicely in this Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. Good distribution from Kadri. Mohamed Gamal. Absolutely pivotal player, number 3 for Egypt. It was nicely controlled initially by Ahmed El-Shahat. His finish left a little bit to be desired. Bernardo Martins on the ball, seemingly every opportunity for Portugal at the moment. Here he is again now, fed by Jordan Santos. 2 goal scorers playing keep ball. Leo Martins dispossessed. Martins brothers both born in Brazil. Twins.
Score now is 2-1 in favor of
Portugal. To celebrate their 28th birthdays next month. Bernardo Martins again trying to wriggle clear, not able to do so in the end, and Kadri gets a face full of sand for his trouble.
Let's hear once again all the fans of Egypt.
Gets a free kick as well. Free kick inside his penalty area. Let's have a look at that incident again. It's difficult to see why that was a free kick, really, although players aren't allowed to kick sand at the opposition, whether inadvertently or not. Ellington Andrade then up against his opposite number. The music just stopping for a short while as we prepare for the call to prayer. It's easy enough for Andrade. Madja. Madja on the volley, yes! Oh, that left foot of his. He might be 40 years of age, but age doesn't weary him, not one little bit. Madja's left foot, one of the trustiest in the world of beach soccer, and he's shown it again. What a hit that was. First time on the volley, bang, 3-1. The skill required to be able to effect that, well, you need to be quite some player, let me promise you. The ball coming over his right shoulder, opening his body up and hitting it first time. And no chance at all for Kadri. Well, that's going to be one of the goals of the tournament, without a shadow of a doubt. Madja's second goal of this Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup 2017, scored against the UAE on day 1. Mr. Prolific, of course, over the years. 9 goals in this year's Euro Beach Soccer League. And that wasn't a million miles away, was it, from El Hosseini? You know, Egypt, having started so promisingly, all of a sudden now they need to somehow get a grip on this match. Oh, the overhead from El Hosseini, and it wasn't a million miles away from Haitham Mohamed as he followed up. Ricardinho flicks the ball forward, headed clear by Mustafa Ali. Portugal getting ready for a mass rotation of players. Their 4 outfield players who are not on the sand at the moment, getting ready to come on. Madja starts that process by going off. and being replaced by Jordan Santos. It's hard work running around on sand for 12 minutes at a time. That's why players are allowed to rotate on and off. Jordan Santos. Ricardinho. Music starting up again. So the call to prayer is completed. Start of the weekend here in Dubai. The weekend here in the United Arab Emirates runs Friday and Saturday. So crowd building up nicely already, and you can expect it to grow even more as the evening goes on, with two blockbusters to come. The hosts, the UAE against Brazil, who are now 44 matches unbeaten. It's an incredible run they're on at the moment, the world champions. And then finally, a classic encounter that's produced real drama down the years, Russia against Iran. It's one I'm certainly looking forward to. Leo Martins, Bruno Torres, Andrade, bowls it long, and for Bernardo Martins. Torres trying to fashion an opportunity for an overhead, it wasn't there. Martins brothers sharing possession. And in the end, Hassan Mohammed gets the ball clear. As far as Mohamed Gamal, it's off the crossbar. Oh, goodness me! How has he missed that? Only he will know, but it should have been 3-2. The ball looped back off the crossbar to him, and somehow he couldn't hit the target. On we go. No, we don't. A foul given against Hassan Mohammed on Jordan Santos. The Portuguese felt there should have been a foul given a little bit earlier against Mohamed Gamal. That's what the foul was given for on that occasion. Clattering challenge from the Egyptian number 2. And I'm still reeling, thinking about that miss from Mohamed Gamal, of all people. There's nobody you'd want in that situation, really, rather than him. Somehow, with a goal at his mercy, there was a player back on the line, but still, it was an outfield player, not a goalkeeper, so you'd have thought Mohamed Gamal would score 11 times out of 10, but he didn't. Jordan Santos then, one of the best dead ball experts in the world, up he steps. And that's why he's one of the world's best dead ball specialists. Sheer power. Kadri got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. Jordan Santos, 2 for him, 6 for the tournament for him as well. Yes, doesn't he enjoy that? And why not? A lengthy run, must have been about 15 metres the run, and the finish. Look at this. Bang. Even though the goalkeeper got decent hands to it, he couldn't keep it out. Jordan Santos now goes ahead of Rodrigo in the scoring charts. It's over the top from the restart from Mohamed Gamal. Jordan Santos now 6 for the tournament. He was Portugal's top scorer in this year's FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup. 4 goals for him there, and 6 in this year's Euro Beach Soccer League, where Portugal finished as runners-up, losing to Russia in the final of the Super Final.
Manchester United jersey giveaways for tonight.
Bruno Torres using his chest, headed clear by Mustafa Ahmed, and then Leo Martins with the effort, saved by Kadri. Oh, and Jordan Santos not a million miles away from a hat-trick. Kadri was out of town, he was off his line, and that was spotted by Jordan Santos, who very nearly took advantage. On this near side then, Bernardo Martins. Bruno Torres, that had to have hit his arm, surely. Goodness me, how can that not be given as handball? It wasn't. On we go. And then that's a clumsy challenge from Ahmed El Shahat on Jordan Santos. And that's not what you need to be doing as an Egyptian player. Giving Jordan Santos an opportunity from a dead ball situation. He scored from distance against the UAE on Tuesday night. He scored from distance here today as well. Can he become the first player in this 2017 Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup to get 2 hat-tricks? I wonder. He's got a pretty good chance of it here. Free kick from about 22-23 meters out. Again, that lengthy run, the left foot, drills it in, kept it low, but it was comfortable enough for Kadri in the end, in the Egyptian goal. I rather fancy Egypt need the next goal, they really do. If they don't get it, if it goes to Portugal, I think this could be a very comfortable win for the men in red, the European side. If Egypt get it, well, they'll just still be within touching distance. Shot on the turn from Haitham Mohamed. Oh, Andrade caught in possession. And very nearly a repeat of what he did a couple of days ago. He found himself out of his penalty area. He wasn't going to use his hands on that occasion. He's holding his hand up now, off camera, to the dugout. But yes, he nearly cost his side dear there for a second time in 2 matches. Comfortable enough for him there. Madja again with the left foot volley. I've seen him score one of those already today. Somehow that stayed in play. Mustafa Ali with the shot, off target. Madja again. Andrade just having a look to this near side, just checking his bearings. There's no line, of course, on the sand to illustrate where the penalty area is, but Madja knows where the goal is, and he scores with an excellent scissor kick. Smiles all round from him, smiles for his teammates, applause from Mario Narciso. A brace for Madja and 5 for Portugal, and we're not even out of the first period yet. Ricardinho doing the setup and Madja doing the rest. One-way traffic at the moment, isn't it? And that's bad news as far as Egypt is concerned in this, in effect, quarter-final match. If Portugal win this match, they'll finish as runners-up in the group. Same applies for Egypt, of course. And they'll end up playing the winners of the Russia-Iran match this evening. So there's a fair bit at stake. Bruno Novo over the top. And a very satisfactory first 12 minutes from the Portuguese perspective. Jordan Santos 2 goals, Madja 2 goals, Bernardo Martins influential back in the side after suspension, and all that after Egypt had taken the lead through Hassan Mohamed inside the first minute. Mario Narciso will be delighted, I'm sure. Here are the highlights of that opening period. There's the opening goal from Hassan Mohamed, beautifully taken. And look at the joy there with the Egyptians. They started very well, but very quickly Portugal found their feet. Jordan Santos, he'd already had one effort, kicked off the line, scored there to make it 1 apiece. Set up by Bernardo Martins, who then in turn cut inside and a shot at the near post, or just inside the near post, to make it 2-1. Then it was 3-1 with that spectacular volley from Madja, latching on to distribution from Andrade. Beautiful technique though from Madja to do that. And have a look at this for a miss. Will you ever see a miss like that again, I wonder? Mohamed Gamal can't believe it. Jordan Santos then popped up to make it 4-1 with his second, his 6th of the tournament. High fives all round. And then Madja with that scissor kick in the last minute of the first period to make it 5-1, and Portugal absolutely, totally in control.
Thank you, ladies. We're going to see you back later. Okay, for all of the fans, listen up. We're going to play a game later on the third game. Third match, first timeout. We're going to play a game on the pitch, and I need 4 people to play this game. And we got an awesome giveaway if you win. It's a Huawei Bluetooth speaker. So if you want to join this game, later on, raise your hands up. That's for the next match. For now, just sit back and relax. Just letting you know, guys, we got a lot of prizes this evening. Meantime, here we go. Second period.
Dirham for that man's thoughts. Ahmed Mohamed Abdul Razak Mohamed, the Egyptian coach. Well, I wonder what he said to his players at the turnaround. They've got an awful lot of work to do. They're 5-1 down, and they're the ones who are restarting Egypt in the black and white strip, playing from right to left on your screens. They're 5-1 down. Portugal, a dominant first period performance from them, right after they'd gone a goal down early on. Changing goal for Egypt, and a change in fortune perhaps as well. Mohamed Gamal, he missed a sitter in the first period, but from point blank range he's scored now. Just what the doctor ordered as far as Egypt are concerned. They've pulled it back to 5-2. It's his 3rd goal of the tournament. He's scored in every match so far. Abdelaziz Sabat in goal in place of Mohamed Kadri. Ball deflected off the back of Mohamed Gamal, and he was first to react, slotting the ball home. And in turn, Andrade made half a save, but couldn't keep it out. Jordan Santos. Of course, Egypt scored within the first minute in the first period as well, and that really had an effect of waking Portugal up. Andrade, the corner going all the way back to him from Bernardo Martins. Goalkeeper's allowed to pick up a back pass. Once they do pick the ball up, they're not allowed to pick it up again from a back pass until it's been touched by a member of the opposition. Jordan Santos. Dinked forward by him, but only as far as Mohamed Gamal, who then slots the ball through to Mohamed Abdul Nabi. It's off the post. Oh, so close to 5-3. Frustration for Egypt. Good save from Abdelaziz Sabat. You rather fancy that Egypt need those sort of opportunities to go in if they're to be in any sort of contention in this match. Andrade beaten, but not the upright. There's a player down. I think it's El Hosseini. In fact, no, it's Ahmed El Shahat. Doesn't require any treatment though. And on we go. Andrade looking around, just waiting for the OK. Good defensive work by El Shahat, getting there ahead of Leo Martins. Andrade again, living dangerously. His coach needs to have a word with him because there's 3 occasions at least that I can count in this tournament so far where he's been caught or almost caught in possession outside his penalty area, and particularly if Portugal get to the business end of this tournament, that might be a situation that he can find himself in, and he'll be made to pay. Good run from Bernardo Martins, gets the ball to Bruno Torres, and a good save. Abdelaziz Saba comes out and smothers the danger, concedes the corner. Referee insisting that the ball's taken, the corner's taken with the ball much closer to the corner flag. Bernardo Martins again goes all the way back to Andrade. Jordan Santos. Shot from Leo Martins, but it's sliced off the outside of his right foot. El Hosseini. Well, that's a great effort, and it's just off target. Leo Martins. Abdelaziz Saba was out of position and very nearly paid the ultimate price for it. At the other end, Mohamed Gamal with the shot. Yes, it's in! El Hosseini in the right place at the right time. Mohamed Gamal with the shot. It was a good save by Andrade, but he wasn't able to get the ball away from the danger area, and El Hosseini was in the right place at the right time. It's a great turn away from Bruno Torres by Mohamed Gamal, got the shot in. Madja and El Hosseini were in close proximity to the ball, and it was El Hosseini who was the first to react. So, the first 2 goals of this second period have gone to Egypt, 5-3. Good save from Saba. Bruno Novo goes back to his goalkeeper. Madja on this near side. Brigadinho across the area, hooked clear by El Hosseini. El Hosseini's goal, his second of this Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup 2017. He also scored against Brazil on the opening day. Madja happy to be patient. Eventually decides to go back to Andrade. He bowls it long, looking for Brigadinho. Mustafa Ahmed. Madja keeping Hassan Mohamed company on that far side. Brigadinho. It's a corner conceded. Looks under pressure from Mustafa Ahmed.
Okay, after this match,
Mustafa Ahmed, who celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday.
UAE versus Brazil.
Mohamed Gamal denied in the end by Bruno Novo.
For the fans of Egypt.
Hassan Mohamed, and then a good tackle from Pedro Silva.
Yeah,
It's physical stuff out there at the moment between these two sides. Egypt are a substantial team in terms of their physicality. There's not too many diminutive figures in the Egyptian lineup. Hassan Mohamed, shot over the top from him there. Good save from Abdulaziz Saba. Ricardinho not keeping that ball in play, so it's going to be an Egyptian ball. Spectacular overhead from El Husseini, and again, but that's off target. Bernardo Martins pulling the strings to great effect early on in this match. Bruno Torres inside, looking for Leo Martins. It's an Egyptian ball. What's the referee given here? He's given a free kick against Hassan Mohamed. Not that Ahmed Mohamed, Abdul Razak Mohamed can quite believe it on the sidelines. Bruno Torres is the man who's down, holding his jaw, suggesting there was a little bit of an elbow involved. The referee just lecturing Hassan Mohamed, letting him get away without a card. Let's see if we can make out what's happened here. Yes, he was certainly leading with his arm, wasn't he? Bruno Torres ducking down just a little bit. A combination of those two factors meant that the free kick goes Portugal's way. Free kick is 3 or 4 meters outside the Portugal penalty area. The length of a beach soccer pitch is roughly 36 meters. It's about 20 meters from goal, maybe a little bit more. And in the end, well off target from Bruno Torres. Good defensive work from Bernardo Martins. Torres tangling with Mohamed Gamal. Just under 4 minutes to go in the second period. A reminder, 2 more matches to come for you today. The UAE against Brazil and Russia against Iran. Let us know, by the way, where you're watching and how you're watching. Are you watching on live stream maybe? Are you watching at beachsoccer.com? Are you watching on one of the numerous broadcasters around the world? It's a free kick to Egypt here. A foul by Jordan Santos. Let us know. You can do that via Twitter using the hashtag Huawei Intercontinental Cup, all one word, Huawei Intercontinental Cup. Let us know where you're watching and how you're watching. Give us a shout and we'll give you a shout. Got viewers all around the world, I know, and this is very much a pivotal moment, pivotal evening in this tournament, always is. Final night of group games. Free kick then, driven in by Mustafa Ali, but wide of the target, just dragged it wide with the inside of his right foot. Bernardo Martins, rare moment when he's not at his best there. He's been outstanding so far this evening. Well claimed by Andrade, looks to set Bernardo Martins away. Good tackle by Hassan Mohamed, and then an equally good tackle by Bruno Torres, denying Mohamed Abdel Nabi what would surely have been a goal-scoring opportunity. Mohamed Gamal, that was dealt with easily by Andrade. Torres finds Jordan Santos. Bernardo Martins, quick feet, but in the end dispossessed by Hassan Mohamed.
Once again, Portugal.
Well, Egypt still very much in contention here, thanks to a very strong showing in this second period. They were in danger of coming off when they went in after the first 12 minutes, 5-1 down, but they've rallied very encouragingly. They're by no means out of this match. If they can get the next goal, well, goodness me. Mohamed Gamal, dispossessed by Jordan Santos. Less than 2 minutes to go in this second period. Frustration for Mohamed Gamal.
Once again, to all of our fans, even after this match, do not
free kick then for Portugal. Jordan Santos will have it. I've already seen him score with one spectacular dead ball effort this evening. 6 for the tournament already. See Ahmed Mohamed, Abdul Razak Mohamed, absolute bag of nerves, can't stand still, can't sit down, certainly not. Living every moment of his players out on the sand. Jordan Santos then, driving that ball in, but dragging it across the face of goal, past Abdulaziz Saba's left hand upright. Pedro Silva just spotting Abdulaziz Saba off his line. Not quite able to match the idea with an accurate finish. Was that off the hand of Bruno Novo? The Egyptians thought so. The officials disagreed. Pedro Silva inside the last minute of the second period. He gets the cross in. Dealt with quite comfortably in the end by Mohamed Abdel Nabi. There's a player down, that is Pedro Silva. We're going to get a timeout as a result. Pedro Silva just clutching the back of his right leg. Al Hosseini's expression said it all there. He wasn't too impressed at the way the Portuguese player was down. Taking a tumble, but he's back up on his feet now. You can see him in the middle of your screen. Just 30 seconds remaining then in period number 2. Is there time for Egypt to get another goal, I wonder? Comfortable enough, goalkeeper to goalkeeper there, Saba and Andrade, but not good distribution by Andrade. Inviting pressure back on to Portugal. Hassan Mohamed clears the ball for Majid to take his time. That should be the last action of this second period. Indeed it is. And it's a period where Egypt have kept themselves in contention with a couple of unanswered goals from Mohamed Gamal and El Hosseini. Remember, they were 1-0 up through Hassan Mohamed inside the first minute, but then there were 5 goals for Portugal before the end of the first period from Jordan Santos, 2, Major a brace for him as well, and Bernardo Martins. So, still very much in the balance who's going to win this match and go into the semi-finals. It's Egypt 3, Portugal 5. Let's have a look at some highlights. That was Mohamed Gamal's goal that brought it back to 5-2 at the start of this second period. Latching on. That was Mohamed Gamal's goal that brought it back to 5-2 at the start of this second period. Latching on to Abdelaziz Saba's long ball. Goal in the first minute. And then Mohamed Abdel Nabi hitting the upright with a shot across the face of Andrade's goal. At the other end, not far away from Leo Martins, that overhead with Abdelaziz Saba out of position. And then third goal for Egypt. El Husseini scoring it, being in the right place at the right time. There's the Dubai Canal, which makes a very pleasant backdrop indeed for this match and indeed this tournament. The Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. We're at Marassi Business Bay, a new venue for the tournament this year. And it's Egypt 3, Portugal 5, with 1 period to go in this match.
Thank you very much once again, our beach soccer dancers. Very talented, very beautiful. Gracias, chicas. Okay, don't forget, later on we're going to play a game. It's a juggling contest. I need 4 players for this. If you think you can juggle a ball in your foot, on your knee, or your head.
Just in case you were wondering what was going on there.
Third match, first break time.
2 captains were tossing the coin to decide who kicks us off and who plays in which direction in the third and final period of this second match of the day. Here's the moon. We're about 15-20 minutes drive away from Dubai International Airport, south of the airport. A new venue after the previous 4 editions of this tournament took place at the Dubai International Marine Club. This is edition number 7, and it's Egypt getting us underway, playing from left to right on your screens in the black and white strip.
5-3 is our score.
17 goals already today. More to come, I'm sure. Oh, good save in the end, Abdelaziz Saba. Making a really good stop from Bernardo Martins. How important is that going to be in the final analysis? If Portugal could have restored a 3-goal cushion, that would have been a real kick in the guts as far as Egypt were concerned at the start of this third and final period. But with this life, there's hope as far as Egypt are concerned, I'm sure. Forward by Andrade to Bruno Torres. Good turn from him. Couldn't quite get the distribution to Leo Martins right. Well, that surely had to hit the hand of Bernardo Martins. It wasn't given. And that smashed off the crossbar from Leo Martins. Well, if that goal had gone in, well, I think the Egyptian bench, and indeed their players, probably would have exploded, because it looked for all the world as though Bernardo Martins had handled the ball. It wasn't given. How the officials missed it, goodness only knows, but they did. And thankfully, justice was done, and Portugal didn't go on and score. Egypt have a throw, just had 2 balls on the sand there for a moment, so hence the delay. Ahmed El Shahat with the throw, well gathered by Andrade. Bruno Torres. Leo Martins trying to flick the ball towards his brother. Mohamed Gamal, policed by 2 Portugal players. Oh yes, what a hit that is! Mohamed Abdel Nabi. Andrade was just a spectator. He can't believe that was in. but it was, it is, and it's 5-4. Egypt 3 goals now in succession. Tremendous right foot volley from Mohamed Abdul Nabi. Flicked the ball up into the opposite corner. Bernardo Martins was trying to close him down, but he just didn't get there quickly enough. And you can see the expression there from Andrade, as if to say, well, there's nothing I can do about that sort of quality of finish. He was just checking his position to think to himself, well, could I have been better positioned for that? But it was right in the corner. And Egypt now within a goal. What a great comeback from the North African side. Good turn from Mohamed Abdul Nabi, still going. Oh, wonderful turn, he's still going, yes! 5-5, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Mohamed Abdul Nabi, take a bow, his hugs all over the pitch. The man who put the ball in the net in the end was El Hosseini. But the man who deserves all the credit was the man who scored the 4th goal and now set up the 5th. He's jinked one way then the other, he drew Andrade, got the ball across. And spectacular from El Hosseini. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. 5-5. Goodness me, 4 unanswered goals for Egypt. 2 goals in the first 2.5 minutes of this 3rd and final period. And remember, Portugal, they've hit the crossbar as well in this 3rd period too. Goodness me, you want excitement, you've got it here. That's going to be a corner. Portugal are rattled, there's no question about that. Well, you'd have got long odds on this scoreline at the end of the 1st period, I'll tell you. Portugal looked absolutely in Sweet Street at that stage. But Egypt have the momentum now, and a shot on the turn from Hassan Mohamed is just wide of the upright. Well, Mohamed Abdul Nabi, he can take a bow, because that's been 2 wonderful pieces of skill from him. First of all, the goal itself, the 4th goal, the superb right foot volley, and then the trickery, the jinking, the expertise to set up the opportunity for El Hosseini. And El Hosseini with the scissor kick, getting there ahead of Bruno Torres. 2 wonderful pieces of skill by Egypt have brought them level. Level for the first time since the 3rd minute of this match. And their spectators, their supporters in the crowd, they're making the noise now. Portugal fans have gone very, very quiet indeed, as you might expect. Remember, this in effect a quarter-final. Whoever wins goes into the semi-final, whoever loses doesn't. Down goes Mohamed Gamal. Clash with Andrade. Andrade saying there's no foul there, and I happen to agree with him. It was just 50-50 ball. Look, both players have got their eyes on the ball. In the end, it's Andrade who gets the clearance in. Both feet were high. And looks as though the last touch actually was from Mohamed Gamal, according to the officials. So on we go with Portugal in possession. Well, who would have predicted this at the end of that 1st period? Egypt now with all the momentum. They're flying forward and scoring again! Oh, yes! Egypt are in the lead! Exceptional! It's Mustafa Ali! Oh, this is breathtaking stuff. This is the match of the tournament so far. Mustafa Ali. It was a great run from him in the first place, and then what a finish! That was terrific stuff from him. What a time to choose to score your 1st goal of the tournament. The 23-year-old, it's his 24th birthday later this month. Only made his debut for the national side earlier this year. And he's very much in the thick of the action. That really was a terrific strike. The run itself was excellent, but then the finish was top class. Mohamed Gamal is down. And Ahmed Mohamed, Abdul Razak Mohamed on the sidelines there. Just telling everyone to calm down. He's probably the least calm man of anyone within the Egyptian delegation, on the pitch or off it. He lives every moment on the sidelines. This is why Mohamed Gamal is down, taking that ball full in the face. That's nasty. Corner to Portugal. So all of a sudden, Portugal, well, you really can't believe this, but it's a remarkable comeback from Egypt, and Portugal are under extreme pressure here. I've mentioned this is one of the few events around the world, major events, that they haven't won. And are they once again going to find themselves on the wrong end of things? Portugal's best performance in this tournament was third place in 2014. This is their third time here at the Intercontinental Cup. They finished third in 2014 when they beat Iran 3-0 in the third and fourth place playoff. Spectacular from Madja, wide of the mark. Portugal were also here in 2015. That was the end of a remarkable year for them. They didn't actually get out of the group stages into the semi-finals on that occasion. They beat Mexico 5-3. They lost to Iran 5-3, and then they lost to Tahiti 6-2. But they could be pretty pleased with their work in 2015 all the same. They got the bronze medal in the inaugural European Games in Baku in Azerbaijan. They finished as world champions, winning on home sand, beating Tahiti in the final. And also they finished up as European champions, winning the Euro Beach Soccer League that year as well, beating Ukraine in the final. That was an absolute thriller. They got the winning goal in literally the last second of the season. Mario Narciso spreading his arms there, and he's trying to stay calm as well, isn't he?
Anybody in the stand, any of the fans who has a whistle, please refrain from using it. Thank you.
A bit of pushing and shoving going on in and around the penalty area, and the referees are doing their best to keep it down to a minimum. Jordan Santos, oh, he's done well, done very well. Good save from Abdelaziz Saba. Was there a hand in there? The Portuguese thought there was. It wasn't given. At least you could say the match officials have been consistent in that regard, because Egypt have been convinced that Portugal have had a couple of handballs that haven't been given as well. Oh, and just slid wide by Mustafa Ahmed. Just opened his body up too much as he tried to slot it in at the far post.
Okay, time check right now is 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
It's been an announcement by the public address announcer. Somebody seems to have a whistle in the crowd, and occasionally they're blowing it, which is leading to some confusion out on the sand. That's all we need. I mean that in a bad way. Bernardo Martins, such an influence in the first period, but we haven't seen so much of him on the ball since then. Bruno Novo, Jordan Santos, how they could do with some of his goal magic now, Portugal. Andrade. Jordan Santos is through. He couldn't quite control the ball. 4 minutes to go.
Let's make some noise once again. Fans
And
of
Portugal find an equaliser from somewhere. Leo Martins,
Fans of Egypt.
Jordan Santos, Bernardo Martins, scorer of the second goal for Portugal, fashions an opportunity,
Portugal.
but then Abdelaziz Saba goes down, suggesting there was a flick of the foot from Bruno Novo.
All right.
We'll need to see a replay of that. Doesn't look as though there's going to be a booking here. So the referee clearly didn't see anything, but Abdelaziz Saba was very unhappy with something that happened. It doesn't look as though there's any contact there, really, doesn't it? Maybe there was, looking at that angle, but I couldn't honestly say that it was particularly premeditated. Egypt's best finish, incidentally, in this tournament is in 2015. They finished 4th, got to the semi-finals that year. Eventually they lost in the 3rd and 4th place playoff to Iran on penalties, 3-2. It finished 2-2 after extra time. Egypt in that edition also had Russia, the UAE and Argentina in their group. They beat the UAE 3-2. They lost 5-2 to Russia, who went on and won the tournament that year. And then they beat Argentina 7-6 to make the semi-finals. And they lost 8-5 to Tahiti in the semi-final. So they're no strangers to the last 4 in this tournament, Egypt. It's their 3rd time here. That's unlucky for Bruno Novo. Just got the ball trapped under his feet. It's just fractionally behind him. Just less than 3 minutes to go. Abdelaziz Saba just a little bit too long with his throw there. Oh, here's a chance. Mohamed Gamal, he's through on goal. Oh, and the ball just got stuck in the sand at the vital moment. Oh, if that had gone in, surely Egypt would have been through to the semis. At the other end, it's 6-6. Oh, that's beach soccer for you. It could have been 7-5. Now it's 6-6, and it's Jordan Santos. Who else for Portugal? Another hat-trick for him. His 2nd of the tournament. That's his 7th goal of this Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup 2017. It was Bruno Novo with a header across the face of goal, and Jordan Santos makes it count. Come on, he says. Stops the bleeding as far as Portugal are concerned after conceding 5 goals without reply. Are we heading for extra time, I wonder, for the first time in this edition of this tournament? It's going to be a corner. Can Egypt lift themselves again? Well, Mohamed Gamal, he's missed a couple of really good opportunities. One just before Jordan Santos got the equaliser there. The referee again just trying to calm things down. Leo Martins and Hassan Mohamed with a bit of coming together. All sorts of movement in the penalty area. Good movement from Egypt as well there. The corner couldn't quite get across the face of goal. They've won another corner though. What little ploy are they going to come up with here? Again, there's good movement. It's driven across. Bruno Novo gets the header away. That's good skill from Abdelaziz Saba under pressure, but not a good finish from Mustafa Ali. Jordan Santos, spectacular from him. Didn't quite get the contact that he wanted though. Well, the most goals in a single match in this edition of the Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup is 14. That was Brazil 11, Egypt 3 on the opening day. We've now had 12. Well, that's a free kick to Egypt. Brazil can't believe it. Bernardo Martins and his brother Leo arguing with the match officials. I think what free kick's been given for was contact on the attacker as he was attempting an overhead kick.
Okay, they're looking at us here in the final period, and we have time 6. Let's hear the fans make some noise once again. Portugal.
With just 55 seconds remaining, Egypt have a free kick, and it's El Hosseini who's going to take it. Can he win it for his team? Can he take them into the semi-finals? It's an acute angle that he's striking from here. He's about 13 or 14 meters from goal, up against Ellington Andrade, and it's over the top. Another shot over the top, this time from Mustafa Ali. "30 seconds remaining. The next goal wins it, you think, if we get one in regular time. Bruno Novo. Little flick header from Leo Martins. Well, it's been an absolute classic, this match, hasn't it? Looked as though it was going to be one-way traffic at the end of the first period. It's been anything but that since then. Just over the top. Little flick, in fact, from Abdulaziz Saba to save it. And it's extra time. For the first time in the Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup 2017, we're heading for 3 minutes of additional action to decide who's going to win this match and who's going to go into the semi-finals. Tremendous stuff. Egypt, they took the lead through Hassan Mohamed, then Portugal scored 5 unanswered goals in the first period. 2 for Jordan Santos, 2 for Madja and 1 for Bernardo Martins. Then Egypt scored 5 unanswered goals in the second and third periods. Mohamed Gamal, El Hosseini with 2, Mohamed Abdel Nabi and Mustafa Ali. And then Jordan Santos eventually getting the equaliser just 2 minutes from time. And that's the last goal that we've had in normal time, and it sends this match into 3 minutes of overtime. 6-6. Quick turnaround, and just to mark your card, Egypt have played 2 matches in the history of this tournament that have gone to extra time, and they've lost both of them. They lost both of them on penalties, actually. Against Iran in 2015, it was 2-2 at the end of normal time, and they lost 3-2 on penalties. And then last year it was 3-3 against Poland, and they lost 2-0 on penalties. Over the top, the volley from Bernardo Martins when perhaps he should have hit the target. This is the 21st time in the history of this tournament, in 122 matches, that we've had a match go to extra time. Of the previous 20 occasions, Mohamed Gamal with a shot blocked by Jordan Santos. Of the previous 20 occasions, 8 have been won in extra time and 12 have gone to penalties. Bernardo Martins on the near side. Portugal, in all their time here in Dubai, they've never had a match go to extra time or penalties. Who's going to blink first then? Quite often in this situation you'll see sides almost play for penalties. They play in a very cagey fashion, knowing that if the opposition score, it's virtually impossible to get a goal back. Jordan Santos, a little bit of room for him to roam in. Bernardo Martins battling well, retaining possession, does he? Yes, he does. Picks out Jordan Santos. Bruno Novo looked for Bernardo Martins to continue his run there, and he didn't. He's got 2 balls on the sand briefly. We've still got 2 balls on the sand. Now we haven't. Over halfway through extra time already. Less than 90 seconds remaining. Have we got a winner, or are we going to go to penalties? That's going to be an Egypt ball. Opportunity for them to put some pressure on here. Oh, off the crossbar! What a hit from Mohamed Abdel Nabi. And Egypt, well, they're the width of the crossbar away from taking the lead once more. Wonderful scissor kick from the big number 10.
How about our Egyptian friends?
What have we got here? We've got a yellow card for Mohamed Abdel Nabi. Simulation, I think. He's been in the thick of the action. The first card given out, in fact, today. Scoring that spectacular volley. Yes, I think that's a perfectly correct decision by the official. Scoring that wonderful volley to continue Egypt's comeback in the 3rd and final period of normal time, and then a jinking run setting up El Hosseini for the equaliser. The problem that Egypt have is that they've given a dead ball situation to Portugal. We've spoken about Jordan Santos's expertise in that regard. Well, the other man who knows what he's doing in that context is most definitely Madja, another left footer. He steps. Oh, and he's dragged it wide of the target, much to the relief of the Egyptians and the frustration of the Portuguese. Inside the last 30 seconds, that had to have hit the hand of Mohamed Gamal, and again, it's not been given, Hassan Mohamed. Quite a few handballs have been missed by the officials today, rather fancy. 20 seconds left. Is there a winner, or are we going to penalties? Oh, just wide from Mustafa Ali. 10 seconds remaining. Leo Martins, is there time for one last chance? Bernardo Martins, he must have a shot. Does so, and it's straight into the body of Abdelaziz Saba, so it is penalties. Well, what a way to decide this match. What a way to decide who is going to go into the semi-finals.
Okay, once again to all the fans, after this match, do not go away because we got
Egypt and Portugal 6 apiece, no goals at all in extra time. The goals, Egypt, Hassan Mohamed, Mohamed Gamal, 2 for El Hosseini, Mohamed Abdel Nabi and Mustafa Ali. Portugal, a hat-trick for Jordan Santos, 2 for Madja and 1 for Bernardo Martins. Remember, it was 1-0 to Egypt, 5-1 to Portugal, 6-5 to Egypt and 6-6 when Jordan Santos completed his hat-trick. The way it works with penalties is each side has 3 penalties apiece, and if we're still level at the end of that, then we go to sudden death penalties. And all credit to Egypt. They were thrashed on the opening day of this tournament, 11-3 to Brazil, when they conceded 7 unanswered goals in the 3rd and final period of that match. Brazil just ran over them like a train. But they bounced back yesterday with a 4-3 win against the United Arab Emirates, the hosts. And today, well, who would have written this script after they were 5-1 down at the end of the first period? They've shown real heart, real guts, real determination to come back into proceedings, and no little skill as well. So it's harsh that there has to be a winner and a loser, but that's the nature of beach soccer. And the first penalty is going to be taken by Madja. Portugal captain, he's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, he's won virtually everything there is to win in the sport. 40 years young. He's played a lot of his beach soccer here actually in the UAE. Now, here he comes and scores, goes down the middle. Beats Mohamed Kadri, who's taken over in goal for this penalty shootout. Goes for power, and Kadri dived to his left, but couldn't keep it out. So that puts the pressure very firmly back on Egypt, and it'll be Mustafa Ahmed who will have the job of beating Ellington Andrade. Longest serving current player in the Egyptian squad, the most capped in this squad as well. 4 goals in this tournament 12 months ago. Left-footed. He scores, goes down the middle. If Andrade had just stayed where he was, he would have caught that quite comfortably. He made the decision to dive. And it's one apiece. Look up to the heaven from Ahmed Mohamed, Abdul Razak Mohamed. Now next on the hit list, it's Pedro Silva. It's an interesting choice this from Portugal. Not one of their more experienced players. Made his debut last year in national colours. Plays his beach soccer for the CD national side. 28 years of age. Going to take this right-footed up against Kadri. And sends Kadri the wrong way, and doesn't he enjoy that? Oh, it means a whole lot to him, doesn't it? Come on, he says to people he knows up in the stands. So, who's going to blink first? Be Ahmed El Shahat now for Egypt. Seven years of age, made his debut for the national team in 2015. Up against Andrade. Oh, he's gone down the middle and Andrade saved it. Andrade didn't commit himself fully to the dive this time. He just held his position. And he held it sufficiently to allow himself to make the stop. Going for power down the middle, and Andrade getting right behind it. So what that means is that Portugal now have a goal to win this and go into the semi-final. And you'd say it would be quite appropriate if it was Jordan Santos who scored it. He's almost dragged his team kicking and screaming to this point of the match. A hat-trick today, 4 goals in the tournament opener. Up he steps, and he scores, it goes under. Kadri, the shirt comes off, he celebrates, relief for Mario Narciso. Portugal are into the semi-finals, only just. Oh, that's nice to see, the two coaches embracing. It's so sad that there has to be a winner and a loser, but there does. And it's Portugal who've got the victory. They only get 1 point for winning on penalties, but it's enough to take them above Egypt, and they can't be caught by the UAE, even if the UAE beat Brazil today, which is unlikely given Brazil's current 44-match unbeaten run. So a semi-final for Portugal, and they will play the winners of the last match today, Russia against Iran. Heartbreak for Egypt, though.